Hello friends and welcome to 2026. It is finally here. Today is January 1st and I've got a special treat for you. A lot of you know that one of my main goals for 2025 was to finish my valley, and I'm happy to report that that goal has been completed. Literally 2 days ago, final touches to my valley has been done. And in this video, to avoid making it super long, because if I were to literally guide you through my whole valley, it would take forever. So instead, I'm just going to make a nice montage, compilation of the most important things about my valley, paired with a lot of cinematic, beautiful gliding shots of the valley as I speak over them. If you want to see more details about my valley and each biome, I have separate video for pretty much every single biome, full tour in full detail, well, except Sunlit Plateau, because Sunlit Plateau was just finished. But I'll make sure to spend more time on it during this tour. Sounds like a deal? Deal. First video of 2026. Let's go, subscribe for more, and let's jump right into it. Sunlit Plateau. Oh, this area was so much fun to make. I cannot believe I actually had enough items for it. This area consists of a few major areas. We've got a camping area, which I think turned out really well. There is actually 2 tents and a whole cabin, and the lake nearby. I feel like it's a perfect spot for a little camping area. I also dumped all of my pillars and a teleporter in this corner and to made it look a little bit fancy, and I think it turned out pretty well. Also, this part of the Sunlit Plateau is mostly natural. I have a Pride Rock here, that's the only building. The rest is just nature. Then on the other side of Sunlit Plateau, we've got a little farm going on. Mirabelle lives here as well, because I think her house looks great in Sunlit Plateau. Her walls fit incredibly here, and I wanted to do something fun in the middle, so I did this little pattern with different paths and carpets and a touch of magic rugs and 2 giant trees, which I think turned out pretty well. We got chickens here. We got teleporter, which I shamelessly stole from Tialda. Thank you so much, Tialda, for inspiration. Using the train tracks around the teleporter is actually such a cool idea, especially in Sunlit Plateau, because we literally have the mines right there. Scar's area is pretty spooky. I just left him where he used to be all this time, experimenting with different paths and bones and trees and hyenas. I think it looks pretty scary. Let's move on to the Forgotten Lands. And Forgotten Lands, I think my favorite, it might be actually my favorite biome. It's between this one and Frosted Heights. I just love how the pumpkins and candles look around the lakes. I think it was such a cool touch, and to this day is one of my proudest builds that I've done. The purples and the oranges in Forgotten Lands look pretty cool. I like how it's separated into multiple areas. We got areas around the lake. Each lake is surrounded by a few cottages, some nature. We also got the haunted house, both versions, the new one and the old one in Forgotten Lands. Both lakes have very similar design. We got a pumpkin patch with Fairy Godmother. There is lots of buildings in here. Actually, I think this is my most populated area in the game. The populated biome. It has like 10, 12 or 13 different buildings. We got little graveyards, the town hall, and Jack Skellington house in the corner, and the walls around the tree house, which hopefully one day we'll be able to remove. But for now, this is what we're gonna do. Next, moving on to Plaza. Now, Plaza is probably the most unexciting biome that I have. The best part about it is the roads. I absolutely love the touch of magic rugs that I've made for the roads with the line, the turning arrows. And the reason why this is the most boring biome is because I started making it before we got the rotation on the map, before we got the smaller grid. So it has very limited. It doesn't have any angles. It doesn't have any refined placement. It's it's looking pretty boring, so I'm probably gonna update it at some point. But for now, it's doing good. There is lots of, it basically has city vibe, lots of city buildings. Jeremy, Scrooge, Daisy are here. Basically any building that would fit inside the city, and a lot of outdoor areas as well. I think it turned out pretty well. Moving to the meadow. Meadow, definitely my favorite part is the road in the middle. Using 3 different roads and creating a nice pattern with it, I'm super pleased with how it turned out. We got teleporter, walled statue, and a fountain. Very nice trifecta in the middle here. The way I did the lakes inspired how I did the lakes in Forgotten Lands. Placing the bushes around the lakes is just such a cool way to do your lakes. Highly recommend this as a strategy. Also, diagonal orchard is kind of cool too. Definitely haven't done anything like that before, so this was a fun experiment. Meadow also has a fair share of houses. A lot of characters live here. On the left side, we got a full-blown Toontown with every single Mickey and Friend character house in here, including Daisy and Donald. In the lake, Donald has his own dock. There's a firehouse. Basically, this whole half of the meadow is a full Toontown, which I really like how it turned out. Let's move to the Glade of Trust. The left side is obviously New Orleans vibe. We got a train station with a train track going through pretty much the entire half of the biome. There is 2 train stations, 1 in each corner. I definitely recommend checking out the Glade video with all the details and looking at every single item up close. It's hard to judge from these overhead shots, but yeah, I think it's a pretty unique build. The hardest part about decorating all of this was going around the lakes. It was a lot of pain, but in the end, it was worth it. We got Tiana's restaurant here. We got a giant mansion with its own private dock, which I wanted to live in initially, but then I realized I don't want to live in Glade, so instead I moved to the castle. But I'd like to think this is my residence away from home, which I can visit. The right side is completely different. This one has more of a bayou, flowery, fairy vibe. I don't know exactly. But initially I was worried that I was using too much items, placing all of these small details on the ground. But in the end, it turned out okay. Actually, didn't run out of items, and it looks really cool. Rapunzel and Flynn are living here, right by the mother-in-law, which is probably not ideal, but they just fit there perfectly, so I had to do it. Then this little area here is a bayou, right by the New Orleans, between the ferry area and New Orleans. Mother Gothel's area is scary, just like she is. Lots of mushrooms, lots of thorns, nothing fancy. Moving on to the beach, Eric's castle and Ariel. Now, let me get something straight. Even though they're next to each other, doesn't mean there is anything going on. Eric has this backyard where I constantly find different women, and never Ariel. It's always somebody else. We have Eric with a max. I do like the way Ariel takes out the entire beach with some rainbows and cool flowers in the water. This crazy shell build in front of the Ariels is probably my favorite spot on the beach. It just turned out so cool, so unique, and it's definitely fun running around this area. We got some more houses, cottages. I actually ended up using so many houses in this valley. It's crazy, much more than I expected. Next, we got a market here. We got Eric's ship. We got Stitch. We got Lighthouse. I really like the boardwalk here. The Touch of Magic rug just works so good. We got a little resort area, which I also really like how it turned out. You can come here and relax. There is lots of space to have some fun time on the back. More markets. There's a whole beach area with a safe zone where you can swim, separating part of the beach. I was afraid I was not going to have enough items for it, but I actually did, so that was good. Beach looks pretty fun. I do miss beach. Right now is January, so just 6 more months until we can go back to the beach. No big deal. Yeah, this is pretty much the beach. Very regular, I would say. Nothing super crazy on this beach, but it does feel very cozy and homey. Moving on to the Forest of Valor, the Royal Garden. Here I have mostly castles. We have regular palace, we have the pink palace, we got Beauty and the Beast palace. They each have their own dedicated area that matches their style. I think it turned out pretty cool. It feels very regal, very royal, but also there's lots of flowers and more gentle elements to bring it all together and make it look foresty. Lots of trees as well. The smaller area of the forest is a lived-in area. The cottages with a nice centerpiece with a giant tree and some couches to read books. Well, you know, Belle definitely comes here very often to read some books. She has her summer house here as well as one of the cottages, so that makes perfect sense. There's Merlin on the back. I really love how Merlin is just hidden there. It turned out pretty cool. Yeah, this is Forest of Valor. One of my favorite, probably third favorite after Forgotten Lands and Frosted Heights. It really turned out really, really cool. Speaking of Frosted Heights, this one is probably my favorite, and it might be because I'm biased, because it's literally holidays right now, so it feels very more special than it actually is. If you ask me during the summer, maybe beach will be my favorite, or maybe the opposite. I don't know. But we just have so many really pretty wintry holiday festive items. So many star paths, so many premium shop items from the past years. I remember at one point it was such a pain to decorate Frosted Heights because there was nothing. There was absolutely nothing to place in a frosty biome, but now we have almost too many things. I tried to place as many of the new items as possible. I would highly recommend checking out the detailed tour of Frosted Heights as well that I posted a week ago. It's really worth it. The way all of the buildings, the new Elsa's castle, the new Wellskin, the new cottages, everything just works together so well. So overall, I love spending time in Frosted Heights. It's cozy, it's festive, and I'm definitely keeping it for a very long time. And this is it. My entire valley. Every single biome fully decorated. One thing I was mostly afraid of is running out of items. I was so prepared to just place a couple of trees and paths in my Sunlit Plateau because I was so low on items when I was working on the forest. I could not believe that I managed to stretch it out. Look at this. I am sitting at 5,700 items. I still have 300 items buffer. So now, obviously, I cleaned all of my night thorns and obstacles. Some of them are going to respawn. So I will probably get up to 5,800 when everything respawns. But I still have 200 limits of a buffer for quests and other things I might want to add to my valley, which is insane. Like, if you look at it, how tightly it's decorated, I would think there is probably like 8,000 items, but there is not. The trick is to try to use as many big items, like tree clusters, big trees, houses, as possible. Like, if you look at my Sunlit Plateau, this took like 400 items, maybe 500 items, the entire Sunlit Plateau, because I use big houses, I use big tree clusters. These are all single items. You also want to use as much pathing and fences as you possibly can, because they don't count towards the item limit. Everything else counts. Even the items that you place down, all the obstacles, flowers, small rocks, literally everything besides paths and fences counts towards the item limit. So that's a little bit annoying, but there's a lot you can do with paths and fences to make it look full. Like, for example, instead of placing a bunch of rugs to not make it feel empty, you can do something like I did here. You just create the texture with the paths themselves, saving you so much items. Now, I'm going to be honest. If you're playing on Switch, or if your item limit is 3,000 items, I do not envy you. It is very difficult to decorate the valley. But also, I know not everybody likes having their valley this full. And I think now, I didn't think that before, but now I think that 6,000 items is actually enough. It's just enough to fully decorate your valley without sacrificing pretty much anything. You can make it feel very full within 6,000 items. But I also think that 3,000, you can make a really good valley that doesn't feel empty. Maybe it's not going to feel as dense, but that could be a good thing. I would still love for 6,000 to be the base minimum. But yeah, I think if you have 6,000, hopefully this inspires you to tell you that it's possible to have full valley, super dense full valley within 6,000 items. Something I never thought I was going to achieve. But anyway, it is done. The goal is complete. Wish Blossom Ranch is next. Well, actually, doing the quest is next. But for now, I'll take a little break from decorating, just do some questing, and then we'll switch to Wish Blossom Ranch in 2026. Thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year. And I hope 2026 treats you nicely and brings you lots of fun memories and lots of luck and love and good health. Thank you for watching. Huge thanks to our amazing supporters for basically a lot of the ideas you see in my valley were suggested by viewers during live streams, and without them, this would not be possible. So huge thanks to everybody. Thank you so much, guys, for all the love and support in 2025. And I'm happy to see you watching in 2026 already. Let's get to, let's see, what's a good goal for subscribers for 2026? We gained about 10,000 subscribers last year, so let's say, can we do 15? 65,000. I think it's a reasonable goal to reach by the end of this year. Let's see if it can happen. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more, and take care.
Oh, nice day we're having, isn't it?
Oh, it's wonderful. Woohoo!
Amazing. Gotta tell you, it is really beautiful here. Hey, nice to see you.
Oh, hello.
Are you seeing this?
Oh,